say one thing, Rick has matured into a good fisherman.
Every day is a gamble. My whole life's been a gamble.
We used to catch just a pile of fish here.
I want to do it the easier way because I did it the hard way.
Today is the best it's ever been.
Carp, sheephead, buffalo, and suckers. For most Americans, these bottom feeders have no place in our lakes or on our plates. But there are fishermen who have found opportunity.
Every fisherman always wants the big haul. I've been chasing the big haul for all my life, and I don't know if that's ever going to come.
I never seem to get a hold of it, but who does? You always got it. You got something to chase for, though.
My dad told me be a doctor, be a lawyer, don't be a fisherman. Once you get it in your blood, there's nothing else.
It's been a long season, and many commercial fishermen in the upper Midwest are growing weary of life on the water. For some, it's easier for hard feelings to bubble to the surface. Others have turned imagination into money. And one man has taken a back seat to move ahead.
We're waiting for Jed. Yeah, we've been waiting for a while. If Jed doesn't come, we gotta do everything by hand, and it's a
We got about 150,000 pounds of fish, and we got 2 trucks coming today. And he built a new barge with an excavator on it for dipping fish, but he's the only one that knows how to run it.
Your immune system's wore down from working 12-hour days. If I'm sick, I'm dealing with it. There's nobody to replace me. I got a bunch of fish penned up and I got the flu. I'm going to work. I don't have a choice.
Mike Johnson is starting out early this morning for Lake Pepin. He'll need every second of daylight because he's fishing alone.
If I don't catch fish again today, I've been discouraged enough because I haven't been catching. But now this last couple months has been real poor again. So I got to get back on the stick here and get the ball rolling again and catch some fish. I just take it head on, and what comes of it, comes of it. Now we're ready here. I got a hernia belt I wear. So I got a hernia, I've had it for years, and I'm sure they'll probably bury me with the son of a bitch. Sometimes you just get attached to things. It's kind of restrictive, and it's definitely uncomfortable. I get another good hour or two, and then another hour or two, it getting worse, and then I fix it up again. Every time I gotta pee, you just don't know one day to the next what you're gonna do or what's gonna happen or whether you're gonna be there, whether we'll all be here. You know, do what you like.
Go up here and look around a little bit. Any luck, I'll actually see a few fish.
At the fish market, manager Tim Adams is attending to early morning business before setting out for his own haul on Lake Pepin.
20 below. When you come in here, you can just feel the wind. It's just freaking crazy how cold it gets in here. Is that cold in here? I think a lot of the fishermen, they're always happy if they go out fishing and I don't catch fish. I think they feel threatened by me, and I think they feel like maybe I could push them out of the picture.
He's a good boss.
He's only saying that because I'm standing there. Now I'm just trying to help support the industry, and I'm helping every one of them guys that are out there fishing. I mean, because of me, I'll guarantee you we're selling a lot more fish than what we were selling 2 years ago, even 6 months ago. Of course, none of them guys are going to believe me anyway if I do tell them.
Let's go fishing.
Degrees out, I guess, this morning.
George, you want me in here? Or?
No, yeah, you can get in. I'll just let her sit here and warm up a little first.
I'm used to working with Mike and Justin, so it's going to be a little different. Well, they got a lot more stuff, and they got way bigger boats.
We've had some extremely good hauls down here in the past, but we haven't pulled down here now for, it's probably been at least 3 years. Hopefully a minimum of probably 8,000 to 10,000 pounds.
We just haven't, the last few years, we haven't seen down here at all. It's just been one of them deals. You get down here and one of these local guys are netting down here, but oh well, whatever. Old Mike, he's down here gill netting, screwing everything up for seiners, but whatever. Probably 12 years ago or so, I fished a little bit with Mike Johnson. We fished for a few years together. But anyway, then I went to...
It was a f***ed up deal, and he knows it as well as I do.
Got nets out here, or where are they at?
No, I picked them up there.
They're picked up. Are you done, or what?
Yeah.
He's the guy in the office to me. That's all he is.
They're all gone, then your nets. I don't have to worry about hitting them.
Worry about it, no.
He's not a friend, period. He's it's business, that's all. That's all.
Already behind schedule, Jed's crew arrives at Lake Puckaway, including the new team member, Rick Johnson.
Well, I've known Jed my whole life. This is how I started fishing with his father, Tom. I mean, his dad taught me a lot. He taught me a lot about the river.
I'll say one thing. Rick has matured into a good fisherman. He has. It was a compliment.
And Rick was more like Jed. He'd fly off the handle and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I rubbed off on him when he was a young kid. Right, Jed?
Rick's really matured a lot. Come along real good.
I ain't gonna lie, it just screwed up one.
He was a little smartass when he was a kid. You know, I remember when he was about 4 years old, and I called him a little smartass.
Rick's one of them guys, if you yell at him, he'll just leave. But on the other hand, you don't have to yell at him because he's doing what needs to be done.
His dad fished for 40 years before Jed started fishing. Better opportunity than I ever had.
Jed and his crew filled this pen with several thousand pounds of live fish. Now they'll load them into trucks, heading to New York City.
Remember, if there's any stakes that can catch on this side of the boat. I hurt my shoulder last year, so I whined to my friends and they bought me an excavator. Now we use it to dip fish. Should make us more efficient. We'll see if it works or not.
Jed's not scared of buying new equipment. And that's really what you got to do if you want to make it easier. If they can move more fish in a day than I can move in a month.
That's good. Not all the way, Lauren. I want to do it the easier way because I've did it the hard way and learned the hard way. The guys that taught, if you wanted to learn how to commercial fish in the old days, they teach you, but you learn the hardest way there was.
Everybody hold their door. Hold your door, Rooter. Not into the net, right over the side, see?
If you didn't have the skills to engineer stuff to change it, that's the way you were stuck with it. And that's the way they would have been stuck for 30 years, 40 years. My dad's fished that way. I asked him, why don't we have a net puller? And he said, because I had you. He said it would have been a lot cheaper to buy a net puller, now that I thought about it. But I had you, so pull hard.
This used to be back-breaking work. Your shoulders get all screwed up. Today is the best it's ever been.
Mike Johnson is without a partner. His son Justin has quit fishing.
Well, I mean, I guess I always wish he was here. All this goes smoother. You know, now that he's not here, you know, obviously it's a little harder for me. Especially if I get fish, though. Windy like this. It can really turn into a nightmare sometimes if you get a bunch.
I want to make a buck. I want to make sure I'm ahead. At least make decent wages, or as good a wages as I would have somewhere else.
I'm trying to keep my boat so it's going straight across stream here. That wind keeps blowing me.
And it just takes a lot of time and effort, and most guys ain't gonna go through it.
So I'll just make a bunch of noise, drive back and forth. A little while, pick them up.
You just got to do it. You got to be self-driven and self-motivated.